Oh, my name's Fox, right? So again, I'm at Fox. First off, Beelzebub, probably my, I wouldn't say new fave because Looney's still number one, but she definitely is like my favorite right next to Looney. Sorry, it was a little dark, but now it's orange, so that probably doesn't help at all. But, I love Bee. She's awesome, and apparently her design is making people go crazy because they're like, the Latin name demon with B in the name. She shouldn't be a phoenix bee fox. She should be a bee person, even though Latin for bee is apis and not bee, because, you know, that's how Latin works. And Beelzebub really was like an ancient god beforehand that Christianity really just made into a demon and whatever. Apparently speaking, she'd be like an old man with flies over him, but whatever. I love this girl. I love her design. And also, I think her design is actually somewhat important to the story of Helluva Boss. Or at least, Helluva Boss has been Hotel, like, the world building of it. Because as I assume the title probably gives away somewhat, I believe each of the races actually has ties or connections to the 7 deadly sins. Obviously, the 7 deadly sins rule over the 7 rings of hell. I think there's 7 rings for this. I'm not entirely sure. What was 7 rings of hell? Lucifer, actually, hold on, I have it right here. This is my second time trying to record this. The first time it actually got messed up, and I don't know why. I think I might have to buy new batteries. 7 deadly sins, demons.
According to Wikipedia.
Yeah. Okay. So there's Lucifer, pride; Mammon, greed; Asmodeus, lust; Leviathan, envy; Beelzebub, gluttony. My girl. Santa, wrath; and Belphegor, sloth. So those are the 7 deadly sins and their 7 respective demons. And also, like, I've noticed, like, first off, like, Beelzebub, I kind of noticed this first with this, like, this whole party thing, because obviously this party is probably like 98% hellhounds, 2% imps. It's mostly hellhounds, and obviously their host of all this, who's even dating a hellhound, somewhat resembles that, looking like a Phoenix Fox, though slightly different, which I would assume is because of, you know, the royalty kind of idea that she is way stronger. She is godlike compared to all of them. But my thought is that each of the 7 deadly sins each of the 7 deadly sin demons are at least somewhat connected, or are just like the alpha of their respective hellborn race, where Beelzebub has for hellhounds. Asmodeus, I'm actually still not quite sure who's he would stand with, but I think it might be the Gosha, or like Stolas's whole thing, for at least with the bird feathers and everything. But though, maybe, actually no, it might actually be the Incubus and Succubi. So like Verasica and all that might actually be his demons. Though I imagine maybe the Gosha because of the feathers and everything. Where something like Wrath, where Santa lives, is imps. That's why that's why all imps apparently come from the Wrath ring, or at least a lot of them do. And that's why, like, the majority of the people here are imps, versus somewhere like Pride, where it's obviously a mix of Hellborns and Sinners, but I'll get to the Sinners one part in a bit. But yeah, see, like, even like the Gosha, like how they stand with like their legs and bird, like I'd imagine the Gosha are probably the demons of Asmodeus. And I wouldn't surprise me that when we eventually do meet Santa, he's gonna be sporting some horns. You know, he's gonna give you basically what you think a demon should look like is probably how Santa's gonna look. But he's gonna be, you probably have like large wings, and like probably be like a little bit bigger, stronger looking than imps and all that stuff. And then, let me see, because then there's also other demons such as, let me see here. Here's Asmodeus, but like I think we've already seen similar to how imps might represent, Santa. That these guys, let me see here. Where are you? Here you are. You rat bastard, Chaz. Or, which, if I think someone in one of my comments had said it, that he's actually a Hellborn demon, which, okay, makes sense, but that I believe they're like Leviathans or something like that, very much that they're the Leviathan race, which, again, ties to another demon thing. So whenever we see Leviathan, he's probably going to be like a giant whale, because that's technically what Leviathan ties to, but it wouldn't surprise if he's a giant fish, shark, whale thing. But, yeah, like, I wouldn't surprise me if this is going to be Leviathan's whole thing with, maybe even similar eye type, but, like, being fish thing. And also it kind of makes sense because Leviathan is, what was it, Envy? I think it was Envy. Let me check. Envy, yeah, which Chad, tries to make, like, yeah, you want to be with the Chaz, or some shit like that. I hate Chaz. So it wouldn't surprise me with that. Asmodeus with the Gosha, I'm still not entirely sure. God, I love her design. I'm still not entirely sure, but it makes sense, at least style-wise, from the legs to the feathers and all that stuff. It wouldn't surprise me if he's the god of the Gosha, pretty much. But then also he brings up, and the thing is, I originally thought the imps might actually be Lucifer's kids or Lucifer's demons because of Charlie, when she transforms and she gains this demon-like form that kind of looks like an imp, but isn't exactly, an imp item. It obviously isn't exactly that. But someone on Twitter actually brought this one up, that Santa obviously is probably of imps, but Lucifer's demons aren't Hellborn ones, but are actually the sinners themselves, which would make sense, because obviously they've already said that sinners can't leave the Pride Ring, which is Lucifer's domain. Not only that, Lucifer's whole biggest thing is corrupting humanity. Corrupting Lilith first, who became his wife, then quote-unquote corrupting Adam and Eve, and then, corrupting all other sinners to come down to hell. So it wouldn't surprise. It also explained the stuff. Well, obviously his whole apple thing, but also why he takes on like a much more humanoid appearance compared to his brothers and sisters in arms. And actually, it says Mammon down here. Do we actually have an image of Mammon? Because this might actually just... No, we really don't. We just have this jester-like face. So we actually don't know what Mammon looks like. Decorate me, you Blake. Alright. I guess we kind of know what he looks like. Which he kind of looks like the Fizzarelli one. But I thought Fizzarelli was... Isn't Fizzarelli just an imp? Is he not an imp, or is he a different kind of race? Because that would also make sense then. Also, let's see, dislikes Blitz, being sued, species clown animatronic. Okay, well that's Robo Fizz, where it's actual Fizz. Robo Fizz. Have we not? I thought, yeah, we have. We have seen Fizzarelli. It's right here. Yeah. No, yeah, because he's an imp. Unless, like, he's a different kind of imp. But, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. But, like, he kind of looks like what Mammon looks like. So, I don't know. I don't know yet. Others... Relationship with Mammon, Acquainted, Robo Fizz, Robot Double, Veroska Mayday, yeah. And let me see about Veroska real quick. Yeah, again, it could, yeah. Asmodeus could be her demon, because of the high heels and everything. I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, that's at least my thought process on this. Each of the 7 deadly sins has their own demon-born race, which I kind of got something similar going on with Old Town. But each has their own demon-born race, and that's why, you know, Beelzebub is, you know, kind of like, looks like a hellhound. Why Lucifer looks more humanoid. Why someone like Chaz looks like a water creature and is called Leviathan or something like that. I think that was what it was called. I can't remember. I literally recorded, rendered, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I just realized we did see another type of hellborn demon. Because one, obviously we see right at the last episode, Western Energy, we did see these two, which are, you know, more like the fish people, which these guys would be Leviathan's people. But we also see...
To schedule every 5 years. How the fuck you fuck up that bad anyway, titty haver?
Oh, I can't spell.
Sloth! We have the sloth-born demons, which are like, I guess, like goat-like, I guess? I don't know. These sloth-like demons, which the hospital takes place in Sloth. So, most likely, whenever we do see, I think it's like Mothman, whatever the, oh wait, hold on, Belphegor. So this is Belphegor's demons, and most likely this is how they're gonna look, but again, slightly different, I'm sure, with like, but I'm sure like the multiple eyes and all that stuff. So yeah, we saw another demon type. So yeah, I just want to throw that in there. Demon. And, you know, like we see, and then like, well, all these demons are all their own separate things, unless some of these are hellborn ones, which I guess could make sense. Imps, hellhounds, oh, my beauty loony. Yeah, all these different types of demons and all that stuff. But yeah, that's at least my thought process on this. Each of the 7 deadly sins most likely has a hellborn with it. So that technically means out of all the races we've seen imps, we've seen hellhounds, we've seen the Leviathan one. Trying to think if we've seen it. Oh, we've seen the Incubi or Incubus, which they're less, so maybe they're supposed to be Mamon's or Asmodeus's ones. I don't know. But it wouldn't surprise me because Incubus is talking about all about that. But then again, what are the other races that are still out there? Greed and Sloth. But yeah, so that's at least my thought process on this. 7 deadly sins, 7 of that. So it wouldn't surprise me again if we see the next lords of hell, the next 7 deadly sins taking on that appearance. And also, like, you know, sinners obviously they can look like anything, but the Hellborns are more tied to their things. I'm not sure like if they'll have like, oh, like I have control over you, but I think there is a case of that it's almost like they're the base version and they're like the template of what then the Hellborn races become, I guess. That's at least my thought on this. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in comments below. Thanks for watching. I'm sure videos I've done. Links are my description. This is a quick little one. Also, I should say this right. I should have said this at the beginning. My actual review of this will be coming out of the actual episode and everything. It's just, right now I got hit with a copyright, which it always happens with these. I send it in, they send it to Viv, and then Vivian, Vivzy and then Vivzy usually will then release it in like a week or so. So my review should come out soon, hopefully. I did it all on the same day that the episode came out, so hopefully maybe the next 3 days, my actual review of this episode should come out. But thank you for watching. Videos, I know links are on Facebook. Check out for that. Again, I love this girl. She is great. And Looney's my all-time fave, but I love this girl. I love B so much. I'm sticky sweet.